Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? Yo, what's cracking? How come my pool always looks green? At night, it's not. It's not green. It's not green. It's not green. It's blue. I could say blue. Blue, blue bayou. Oh, my blue, blue, blue. Oh, it's green. It looks blue, but it's green. Want to talk to you guys? Check one, two. Check one, two. Um, we got a lot to talk about. I haven't seen you guys in a long time. You guys all probably forgot who I am. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. You guys probably said, who is Marie? Marie who? Marie left us. Marie's the bad guy. Marie's in the pool because there's issues in the household. There's issues in the household. If anybody sees, Willie is right there on the rug behind me. He's right there. He is such a good monster. He's always within arm's length of mommy. Oh, okay, there we go. Woo! I got it. I didn't have my mic on. Listen, check one, two. I need to talk to you guys. I'm drinking in the pool. In the green pool. It's not green. It just looks like that. I don't know why. You have a blue sky. So anyways, one of the things I want to talk about, I got to talk about a lot of things, and so today I was at a funeral. My grandfather, my step grandfather passed away. My step grandfather passed away. Step grandfather. And he's like 92. But they buried him in the cemetery that I frequent. You know the cemetery that Willie got kicked out of? Where did Willie go? Willie got us kicked out of the cemetery. Stand by. I'm gonna fix something. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that. Oh. Okay. Oh God. You know, hot cold, hot cold, hot cold, hot cold. Can't get it. You can't get it right. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. Anyways, you guys all probably forgot who I was. I'm right here in my green pool. It's not really green, it's blue. But the sky, oh, I wonder if because the moon is reflecting through the green tree is making the pool green. No, it must be something else. Anyways, ooh, gunshot. Oh shit. See, Willie's coming. There was a gunshot. Fucking LA. I heard it, booby. You okay? That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. Boo. Anyways, what you looking? You heard it? That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. So, it's okay, boo-boo. It's okay, I'm right here. I know, I heard it. Anyways, I went to Placerita Park a couple weeks ago. I was trying to exercise my leg, my foot, which was a mistake because all I did was completely injure it again, more like a big dodo. I keep trying to like exercise it and then I end up re-hurting it and re-injuring it. And a broken foot is no laughing matter. Anyways, I'm outside in the pool because, well, I got a bug problem in the house. I got a problem in the house. I got a bug problem. I don't really know what's going on, but I just feel like there's little bugs, and I can't get rid of them, and I don't know what they are. They're not fleas. They're these other things. They fly around, and they're like gnats. But I've fumigated the house. I've done a bunch of things, and there must be some secret department in the house that they're in because, they just won't go away. Well, anyways, it just got so unbearable that the bugs that when I'm in the office, they're just like, constantly like, nabbing at me or touching me and just like, ugh. So I had it. I just made an executive decision. I said, that's it. I'm going to bomb the house. I had some of those bomb things. I said, I'm going to bomb the house. I'll get in the pool and wait 2 hours. So I'm trying to kill time. I just went inside to get a couple of, to get the stand. And I went in there to get the stand, and I can't even, I just gagged because I breathed in. I breathed in on it. I breathed in on it. So the world is a freaking mess, as we all know. And we know that they say it's supposed to get worse before better, but all I know is it's worse and worse. It's like, all I know is it's not worse before better. It's worse before worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the world we live in, it's like a goddamn movie, right? I mean, I was thinking about something. You remember when we used to talk about the hertz, the MHZ, the hertz, the vibration, the world vibration, and how there's certain songs that have that special hertz that literally goes into your soul, and moves you. I was thinking about the world's energy and the hertz and all that shit, and I was thinking, like this, the negative energy of the planet has got to be affecting like all of us. You know what I mean? Like it just has to be affecting all of us. And like, I mean, we're all trying to, pull out of it, but today I went to my grandfather's funeral, my step grandfather, and there was cousins that I haven't seen in a long time, and I mean, I beat myself up. I don't know if anybody else does, but I beat myself up because of the weight that I've gained, over the 2 years. And, it's not about what we eat. It's the stress. It's like the stress is just overtaking the body. Like it seems like the body has to do everything in its power to fight the stress. And like, it must be counteracting all of those chemical imbalances, that we're putting off and putting out because of the stress. And our bodies are so busy fighting off that it must be affecting, like why we're all gaining weight. You know what I mean? Like we're all not only gaining weight. I saw some of my cousins that I haven't seen in 2 years, maybe 3, and they all look different. Oh, that's what it was. They all looked different too. You know what I mean? They all looked different. Like, how is that possible? Like, how is it possible that we all look different, And I don't know. It was like a pretty rude awakening. Hold on, let me get something. Oh. So California is once again a piece of poop. We got all kinds of issues. Okay, we have fires. Again, we have fires going on. We have droughts going on. Okay. And now, Mr. Stupid Newsom, now he says we have to pay attention to our water. Okay? Now he's saying we can't water our plants. Like it's all engineered to like not water our plants. And then if you want to plant a garden like I did, now you got to be mindful about watering your garden to eat. And like, when you go into a neighborhood and it's like, when you go into a neighborhood and, if you go into a neighborhood and like the grasses are all like dead and the whole neighborhood seems like the whole neighborhood, when the grass is dead, the energy, the look of a neighborhood looks bad. So, honestly, it may be stupid to say, but that could be part of their whole plan too, to just depress us. Yeah, okay, you can't water your grass. Okay, now you're gonna have, dead grass, no grass, and it's just gotta weigh on you. You know what I mean? Like it has to weigh on you. Ugh. They're trying everything in their power to just destroy us. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about it. And after seeing my cousins after not seeing them for so long, they looked different. It wasn't just that we all gained weight because of the lockdown I can't say these words, but it's not just because of the 2 years. I mean, they literally looked physically different. Marcus, I'm sitting here talking alone in the pool. I'm having a conversation all by myself, talking about, just the whole shit, man. Like, I went to my grandfather's funeral today. No, don't send it through PayPal. They'll never give it to me. You got to do it a different way. Don't send it through PayPal. I'll never get it. They're the ones that shut it down. Oh, yeah. I'm in the pool, and I'm just crying the blues. Like, today, I was at a funeral. Today, they buried my grandfather. It's like he was 92, and I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying, like, he was 92. He was in a home, and, I'm glad he's a little bit out of his pain, but, still, it was an excuse to see, like, the cousins that I haven't seen in a long time. And, I was just saying how they all look different. Yeah, email me. We'll figure out a solution. Anyway, you see Willie's on the carpet. Anyway, so Gavin Newsom has now decided he wants to destroy our morale by saying that we can't water our grasses every day now. Now we can't water our grasses every day. That means we can't grow food. Did somebody hear that they said it was against the law to grow food now? They're trying to pass that law? Like you can't grow food? This is getting to be really ridiculous. Yeah, Willie, he's right there. He's such a good boy. He won't leave me wherever I am. Now I'm sitting outside because I'm fumigating the house. And and I had to kill 2 hours, so I got in the pool because Newsom says that it's illegal to grow food in Australia. No! See? It's like they're doing everything to just destroy us. They're doing everything to get rid of us. We're not allowed to water our grass now. It is not even summer yet. Okay? Then Newsom said that we're only allowed, you ready for this dictatorship? We're only allowed to take 4-minute showers. 4-minute showers. You imagine? Like 4-minute, like now they're telling us what exactly you can do. Yeah. So, it's a show. They're trying to wake up the idiots. It's like, dude, I'm dead serious, Marcus. Like, if people are not awake at this point, then shame on you. Okay? Shame on you. I'm starting to get a little prejudiced myself. Like, if I see somebody with spray painted hair, I start thinking that they're, you know, one of them that doesn't get it. You know what I mean? It's like divide and conquer, right? Let me see. Remember, Trump's to seize assets of people involved in human rights. I know. I can't freaking wait. I know. I can't wait. You know, and I have this one friend that she's given up, you know, and it's like, I get it, because it's like depressing, because this is the longest stalemate stall I've ever seen in my life. It's brutal. It's brutal. Marcus, what's it like out there? Well, you guys are in Texas. Listen to this. I talked to my realtor friend. The M has been airdropping. Really? Let me see. Oh, hold on. I can't see. Has been airdropping. What do you mean airdropping? You mean like getting rid of? What do you mean? I mean, like, I don't know about you. I know that you had Ripple, but XRP, but I mean, there you are, Cajun. Jeez Louise. I'm sitting here talking to myself, having a conversation all by myself. I wanna be giving them away. Ah, yes. Giving them away. So one of those tokens that are worth pennies could be the magic one. That's the scary part. Look, I'm sorry if any of you invested in Bitcoin. My personal opinion is it's a Ponzi scheme. My personal opinion about Bitcoin. Exactly, Cajun. Exactly. Except Marcus and I, we have XRP, which is not a coin. It's a tool. It's a tool that that's going to replace the Swiss. Stupid kids. The XRP we have, it's going to replace. They're giving away companies. That's right, Cajun. This is what I keep arguing with people. What is Bitcoin attached to? Is it attached to this? Is it attached to a rock? It's attached to nothing. It's exactly the same all over again. Nothing. It is Bitcoin. That's right. XLM. That's right. The Bitcoin is attached to nothing. All right, I'm listening. Let's listen. Marcus has to say something. It's, to me, it's a pyramid. It's we all did the pyramid in the 80s. Okay. How do you return power back to the people? You give them, let's hear the answer. Let's buy a vow. Oh, give the bad guys money to the good guys. That's right. That is a good one. That's right. So you take away what they stole and you give it to the good people. Oh, you want to steal that from them? I'm giving it back. Good one. I'm in the pool because my house is being bombed right now, and Newsom says we're not allowed to take more than a 4-minute shower. Exactly. And I don't believe for 1 minute that NESARA was going to be instantaneously. That had to happen over time. Like if you think about the NESARA, like, how do you remove your car payment, but let's say Marcus paid off his car? That's not fair. There has to be a way to level this out. And I'm not sure, there has to be a bigger picture here how they're going to do it. Because like the school loans, you can't not tell this guy he doesn't have to make a school loan, but then the other guy already paid his off. So there has to be a leveling, some sort of a leveling playing field. I was thinking about that. Hey, let me say this to y'all. Okay, I'm listening. Let me say this to y'all. Mm-hmm. What we're listening. My mascara is smearing. I put mascara on. Okay. I just checked my yes with MasterCard. And let's hear the punchline. How do you give the seized assets back to the people who follow you? So wait, let's hear your credit. Let's hear Cajun's credit story. If it has something to do with the social thing, that's baloney. Here we go. The names of Discovery have changed. Ah. They've already changed. Okay, so like I have to run credit when people want to get a loan. And they changed that name too. It used to be Credit Plus, and now they changed it to Axis, like AXACTUS. And I thought, oh, that's weird. Like, it's not like they're losing money. Like, sometimes people will change their corporation names when they go bankrupt and then they start a new one. You know what I mean? So why would Discovery and MasterCard change their name already? And I read somewhere also that they were talking about, that whole baloney about you're going to get a social rating. A social rating. Think about it. eBay started that a long time ago, you guys. eBay is the one that started the social rating. They're trying to push us into social credit scores. I know. Like, isn't that stupid? So if you're popular and you have Sharon, hello. Quantum financial system. Elon Musk, Starlink. Everyone on the planet will have equal access. That's right. Do you think, okay, I didn't think about that. So do you think that the Starlink might also help with the free energy? Electricity? I wonder, because remember Nikolai Tesla, he had that. You remember it was pin to pin on those stupid kids. You can hear all the kids. So the Florida sheriff said like a week ago, he said, if somebody breaks in your house, do us a favor and shoot them and save us money. Listen to this. I talked to my friend yesterday. She's a realtor. And she told me the fact that Luna tanked is the catalyst of crackling down stable coins. Look, let's go back to the coins. To me, it was the biggest joke. The zombie apocalypse. You know, when you talk about the zombie apocalypse, it's like, I believe the zombies are the people that are not awake. That's what I think. I think the zombies have to be the people that are just out to lunch. And they just can't get it. Okay, so I went to, Marcus! Don't do that here. You know they take 30%. But thank you. Look, okay, so listen, Marcus, I really appreciate that. You have no idea. I had to drive 3 hours today to do a drone job in the desert, and then the photographer was like, Marie, can you take less money? And I'm like, dude, I just put a whole bunch of money worth of gas just to get out here to make $100. You're killing me here. Anyways, Marcus, I appreciate it. Okay, listen to this though. Now the tables have turned, because when you go to the grocery store, the people that are wearing the masks are the ones that look silly. And then I went to the funeral today, and no, yesterday was the celebration of life, and one person was wearing a mask. You see, finally the tables have turned. Like, finally, the person who's wearing the mask is like, you might as well just put a bubble on your head. That's me buying your time for 10 minutes. Okay, so look, I wanted to tell you guys another thing. So I'm sorry that I've been absent, but a lot of bad stuff has happened.
Okay. And I haven't been able to call and talk to you guys because I have a big problem and I've been trying to fix it. I mean, it's big. So the stupid publisher just royally on my book screwed me. Okay. They pulled my book off the shelves for some bullshit. Okay. They pulled my book off the shelves. So I've been dealing with them with bullshit, and now I got to try and get my money back. And it's just, that's why you guys haven't been hearing from me. So I just trying to scramble and fix it. And, you know, I just got to pray. I mean, I've talked to attorneys to get my money back, but the problem is, you know, like attorneys will charge more than I'll get back at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I hope to God I can work this out. But in the meantime, the book is being re-released now under my name, like under my name as a publisher. So hopefully in the long run, you know, maybe we can build up this book series and then other people can come under this publishing name and maybe we can make something of it. I don't know. Might be cool. So, you know, you have to look at the good. It was a technicality where it's complicated, but it was like, it was something I proved was fine, but then they it's a long story. It was like, it's a long story. It's, you know, I'm gonna fix it, but it was nothing I did wrong. There was nothing illegal. It was nothing. It's just I can't tell you, but all I can say is that it's being fixed. It's, you know, all that work. I mean, 3 years, but it's okay. Look, I'm in big doo-doo with the money part, right? But there is there's a shining stone on the other side, because what's going to happen from this is I'm going to take control of my own publishing. I'll be my own publishing company. So in the long run, it's going to work out better. But right now, today, it's a struggle. But like, and then by Monday, the book's going to be re-released under my name. And then I have to fight them to get my money back. The good news is that next weekend, I'm going to be at that Rancho Camulos, built in 1853. I'm going to be at that Rancho Camulos next weekend. Yeah, that's right. Anybody who got those copies, by the way, are going to be worth money. Those ones are going to be really cool. Those are like first editions. You know what I mean? They will be worth money because, you know, there was a lot of issues. So it's gonna work out. I have to look at it like that. I'm a fighter, so I'm gonna bounce back. But in the long run, I'm gonna become my own publisher. And like I said, maybe one day it'll build up, and maybe under my publishing company, other people can publish their books. You know what I mean? It could be something big. So anyways, next weekend, I'm gonna be at the Rancho Camulos, and I will be doing a live ghost tools tactics presentation. And they put, like, you know, a newspaper ad in the local newspaper. Come see ghost hunter Marie Mason. So next weekend, yeah, look at the big picture. So next weekend, I'll be doing a live presentation in front of an audience. I'm going to tell them about the tools and tactics. I'm going to show them things. I'm going to go over really cool stuff. Like, I'm going to go over definition. What's a definition? What's the difference between a spirit and a ghost? And don't confuse spirituality with God. Don't confuse spirituality with religion. It's going to be good. I've been preparing and putting this all together. And it's kind of neat because at the same time, I'm seeing a compilation of all of the stuff that I've done, because I'm trying to, like, you know, incredible stuff. Like, I didn't really look back on what I've done until I was putting together this compilation for the presentation. And it was like, I forgot that I got the spirits to count 1, 2, 3 in 2 different towns 1 year apart. Now that's pretty incredible. People can't even get them to count once. I get them to count 2 times in 2 different towns. So the compilation is going to be really bitchin'. So one, I'm going to be doing that presentation, and I told the museum, no cameras, only my camera, because I'm going to be showing some of my copyrighted photos. You know, you guys have seen almost all of them, but, you know, I'm going to be showing some copyright ghost pictures, and I'm not I'm not gonna, so I said no cameras, okay? And so that's kind of fun. And then, so next weekend I'll be doing the live Ghost Tactics presentation. And then the week after that, on June 4th, I have a booth at the Paracon convention. I get a booth at the convention. Convention is paranormal convention. Who knew? Who knew? So next week I'll be at Rancho Camulos. Week after that, I'm gonna have a booth at the Paracon convention in Ventura. So so that's one thing. That's one of the reasons why I'm a little bit busy. And then fixing the mess with the publisher. But it's okay. I'm going to make it work. So I haven't been able to talk to you guys because I've had to redesign the cover, redo this, redo that, add some things, take some things out, and it's all good. And it's pissing me off though, because the second book is really ready to go, The Haunted Mine. And I can't finish that one because I have to fix this mess. But by Monday, this won't be fixed. I don't know, Marcus. You know what? I need to find that out. I know that the Paracon convention, from what I can tell, like he had a list of people that are going to be speakers, which I don't know any of them. And remember, you guys, between us, that's a different group of people than us. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's not the same as what we do. It's not the same circles that we run in, right? So there's going to be some people that are going to be speaking there that have written books, but so have I. And, do they dress up? I don't know. That's a good point. You know what else, Marcus, I was thinking? Not only to make the obstacles give me a better armor, but I'm happy that the bullshit with the publisher happened now, because I would hate to have that happen. Okay. I'm happy that this stuff happened to me now before I get too deep. You know what I mean? Yeah, published author. I'm a published author. Well, we legitimately know I'm a published author. And the second one is right behind it. It's going to be so good. You guys, my second one is going to be so good. Like, I'm going to go in depth about the Mojave mysteries. You guys, the Mojave is seriously reptilian. No, seriously. Yes, it is going to be awesome. Like, this first book was really good with the story, but the second book's going to have some shit that people are just going to drop their mouths and they'll probably turn away. They won't believe it. You know what I mean? They just won't believe it. They just won't believe it, and it's there. It's right there. It's right there. But what I'll be able to do is I'm going to be able to tag my Mojave Mine with some of the Mojave mysteries, along with China Lake, which attaches to the Malibu underground base. So it's all connected. You know what I mean? And so this is how we're going to just like slow play, walk people down the line, who watches how to hunt. Oh, what happened? Anything new? Our reality is stranger than fiction. Oh, by the way, I haven't been able to tell you guys. So I was at the cemetery today for my grandfather's funeral, and it was the cemetery where I capture all of my monsters. It's so perfect. Anyways, so of course I had to stop by and say hello to the monsters before I left, and naturally it was really weird. Today, I can't wait to show you. Today, the cemetery pictures were blatant. Blatant. My pictures today were blatant. Like, it wasn't like, oh, maybe one, oh, maybe two. It was like they were all out. Like, blatant. I was just looking at it a few minutes ago on my phone, and I was like, oh my God. Like, it's just too hard to believe. It's like they're right there, like they're right there. I heard Steve say in an earlier video that a nuclear DNA Sasquatch is two different ones of an extinct animal. Now that would be interesting. That would make sense, Sharon, Cajun. Like, that would make sense because if the Anunnaki made us, right? If the Anunnaki took an alien and mixed it with, let's just pretend, a gorilla, let's just pretend, and that became human, well, that would make sense that they would mix two other entities to make the Bigfoot. Because remember, the Anunnaki made the humans to be their workers. Remember, they were mining for gold and they needed workers. Remember? And so the Anunnaki said, the only thing we did wrong, the Anunnaki, you know, it's those, they're actually, you know, like in all the, it's the Sumerian tablets, remember? Yeah, the fallen angels. Well, yeah, that's right. They are the fallen angels. And they were actually, when you look at the pictures of them, okay, when they carved it into the stone, the Anunnaki are actually really big. Anunnaki is the one where you see where the guy is standing there and he's holding under his arm a lion. That's how big they are. He's holding a lion under his arm like a kitty cat. Like a kitty cat. That's how big Anunnaki are. The weird flying black squid all of a sudden in our reality? No. They're not God. They're fallen angels. But fallen angels, not all fallen angels are bad, but I was thinking about the fallen angels because, you know, I know there's a spiritual war and I have photos of it, of them fighting. I even have a photo of one that has blood on his face and he's holding an axe. Not the Axeman, a different one. The black squids in the Vax. Anyways, yeah, the Anunnaki, they said that the only thing they did wrong when they made the humans, remember there was all those trial and errors that they were making. Remember, that's when you have, you know, that's when you have, in the Greek mythology, you have the guy that's half horse and half human, and then you have the one with the Cyclops, and no, not that one, but you know how they were mixing and matching, they were trying to mix the animals and the humans, and they couldn't get the formula right until finally they did, and they made humans. And then the Anunnaki said that the only thing that they messed up on by making humans was they shouldn't have given us vocal cords because we don't shut up. That's what the Anunnaki said. So if you're saying that Bigfoot is two DNAs, that makes perfect sense to me. The Bible tells you that if we could see the spiritual warfare going on in the next dimension, we would lose our minds. Well, there you have it. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You know, I mean, that's pretty scary because I don't just see it, I photographed it. I mean, okay, let me back up. I've seen them with tools. I've seen some with tools and blood. I've seen some that are holding heads in their hand, like they just won something and had the head. So maybe I'm not seeing the war yet, but I'm seeing the aftermath or the beginning of a war or the fighting. Maybe not the war, but maybe the fighting. Maybe the fighting. Because maybe the fighting. And the Squatches with the sticks and such, yes. And every single picture of the Egyptians, they're holding a stick or a staff, or that thing that looks like a candy cane. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, it's in all the mythology. It's like every one of the gods had a weapon. Thor had a hammer, right? And then, who was the one that flew? Atlas? He had little feathers on his shoes. Atlas. And then, they all have something special. They all had something special. Anyway, so if you notice in all the glyphs, there are larger ones and smaller ones. Yes, because the Anunnaki were larger, like the Bigfoots. The Bigfoots are gargantuous, you know, and they're big. And I always think to myself, animals are bigger than the proportion of what they should be for a human. What I mean is, a lion is like, maybe a lion is a pet for the Bigfoot Anunnaki type large 8 foot, 9 foot creatures. Or maybe they're the ancient ones. I honestly think we're the aliens. They're the ancient ones. You know, I think they're the earthlings. I think they're the earthlings, not us. You know, most of all, the kings lack in those giants were the kings who ruled the kingdoms. Sasquatch travel in pairs. There's always a big one and a small one. I wonder why. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder why. Yeah, because you know, like Mark would always talk about daddy and son, which irritated me because why wouldn't it be daddy and daughter? I don't know. I mean, because Patty was a woman, you dumbass. The one we have photos of is a woman with boobs. Safety in numbers. No, I honestly think they're different creatures. That's what it is. Because what I've seen, actually, the Bigfoot, they always have babies around them. They have nice jugs. Patty Bigfoot had big jugs. Shit. Anyways, back to the animal idea. So, I always thought the animals are not proportioned right for like what humans. You know, like a lion is a big animal. I mean, big. A human next to the animal looks like a kid. And you have elephants and giraffes. They're all big. They're big. You know, buffalo. These are big creatures. Why? They're not proportioned with humans. Like those animals belong to another kingdom, another ancient one. They don't belong to humans. They don't fit with humans. You know, and the Anunnaki who is holding the lion under his arm is a, you know, I always think about that. Like, and then I saw something today and it was a gray wolf. And it was a gray wolf. And the gray wolf was as big as the woman. Like, a wolf is not the same as like, they're just not proportioned right for humans. They're too big. No, I think we come from outside the realm. That's what I think, Marcus. I don't think they come out the realm. I think we are the ones. We are the outsiders, not them. That's what I think. But they will tell you, and the reason they are bigger is to show their status as kings. Well, that could be. But we do know for a fact that they were 8-9 feet tall. Even, you remember, even the red-headed skeletons they found, the giants, remember, in Nevada? And the Lovelock Cave, remember? Even those guys were giants. And the Indians talked about that too. You know? So, but in regards to the Bigfoots, the things that I've seen is every single Bigfoot I've seen and photographed, they have babies around them. Tons. Like not one, you guys. I see them crawling all over them. I have a picture on the head, one on the shoulder. You can see one where the head's right here. One is by their foot. No, I've seen that. Not physical, but they may be in this role, but not to be part of it. That could be too. Yeah, I could be wrong. You know what I mean? Maybe because I photographed something the other day. Maybe I already told you. I think there's a photo I have of a floating head, and it's so good. It's in a frame, and then I had a book next to it, and the book has a picture of a woman. I think I showed you. And then the sun was coming in the sliding glass door, reflecting off of the book, and the book was reflecting off of the glass of the photo, and it hit me. That's how we see them, on layers on top of layers. The dimensional walls. It's mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors. I'm telling you, it is. Because, you know, like today I was looking at my photos of what I took at the cemetery, and there's a with the ears and everything, and then there's a hand that goes like it does, like, and I kept staring at it going, where's that hand fit in? And that hand didn't belong to that creature. It was like another hand. Never poop in the woods. But I mean, like, you know, that my spot where I filmed the Axeman, I filmed a Bigfoot's footprint. And what it was one Bigfoot footprint with the toes and everything, and there was no other footprint, because they come in and they come out. You know what I mean? That's what they do. They come in and they come out. And I filmed it. It's all in one of my videos, and I filmed it. And that's when I looked up and remember that's the video where I have the Bigfoot with muscles. He would look like he was wearing a pink shirt and he had big muscles. That video, I filmed a footprint, one footprint as I was walking in the entrance. And then when I panned up, I saw him. That's how they do it. You know what I mean? Like it's like you'll see one footprint and then you won't see another one. It's amazing. They just travel, man. They just float all around. You know, I mean, it was dead to rights. One footprint. Report more and more of sightings. Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure if we're witnessing something that's going to happen huge. You know, if we're on the brink of something, if we're on a brink of worlds colliding, or you know, they're going to take back our world, you know, or they're visiting our world. I don't really know. You know what I mean? We don't know, but all we can do is just study and talk about this stuff and try and learn with each other. But it's, I think it all correlates though, because I took my first picture in 2019, 2 months before they announced COVID. So I know that this is all relative. I know relative in the fact that something catastrophic is going to happen. You know, I mean, we see it. Floods, famine, fires, right? You also have another very important thing that's happening right now that we're not talking about. Something very important that we're not talking about is people are going to the dark side. You know what I mean? People are, first, they're probably subconsciously doing it by believing in some of these bad people, and then they're actually going to the other side. So did you guys see that thing about the monster drink? And the lady broke it down and she's like, this is not an M, you know, where they look like claws where it says M on the can. She's like, these aren't M's, these are 3 claws. If they're in fact Nephilim, they're allowed to touch us. They aren't allowed to touch us or harm us. They really hate us because we have souls. Oh, see, that's another thing, you guys. Cajun, like, they really hate us because we have souls and they don't. They will not go to heaven. They are cursed forever. You know, and that could be another thing. So, you know, when I was in high school, somebody gave me this book, and I think it was called like Walking Among Us, or something like that. I can't remember. And I remember I was on the school bus, and the school bus driver said, what are you reading? And I go, oh, I'm reading this thing about walking among us. And the school bus driver said, take that and throw it away right now. And I went, why? He goes, they're trying to tell you that let your body go, let your soul go so they can inhabit your body, because they need your vessel. I was in high school, and I was, you know, and I was like, what? And I was looking at the book, like walking among us or walking with us or something, like the walking within us. And it talked about them taking over your vessel. You have to give it. You have to let it go. You have to say, okay, I'm going to dedicate my soul to you, give it to you, right? I'm going to let you have it. And the more that people do that, the more that they inhabit, and the more they inhabit, you know, they're trying to, it's like, that could be some of the stuff I'm photographing, is these lost souls looking to inhabit a vessel. And so what we need to remember right now today is something very big is happening. And that is, many people are going to the dark side. And this is not a joke. This is not a joke, okay? So many people are going to the dark side, okay? And the monster drink was a lightning rod, like, to me. It talks about the can, the monster drink, and it shows the 3 claws that are supposed to represent an M. But if you look closely, the 3 claws are not touching to make an M. And in Hebrew, those 3 lines represent 666. So then you think, oh yeah, that's, you know, whatever. But then if you look in the name monster, in the O, there is an upside down cross. And then when you read on the side of the can, it tells you, I forgot what it said, but it basically confirmed, take this and be not who you are and become a monster with us. Give yourself up. I mean, so subliminally, we've already heard the stories about Hollyweird, like that's one of the reasons why. What's that guy's name that was married to the Kardashian, that saw President Trump? What was his name? And he lost his mind. They said that he's has a mental problem right now. What was his name? He's worth so much damn money. He was a singer married to the Kardashian, and then he saw President Trump, and he disclosed. He said the reason I lost my mind is that he gave his baby up. Remember, like he gave his baby up for the fame, and and then he lost his mind over it. So we know. Yeah, that's it. Kanye West. There it is. That's right. They are demons. They need a vessel to continue going. Right, Kanye West. He disclosed it. And who was that other guy? You remember the guy in Arizona that went missing? Oh, what was that guy's name? He was Jewish. You remember he was talking about all of them. I mean, so we have the power in the numbers. And it's apparent with how the only way we can fight back is not give them their fuel, meaning like don't watch their TV show. Like we did it. Look at Netflix, bombed. And did you guys know that Obama's on the board of Netflix? I had no idea. You know what I mean? I didn't know that. It makes total sense. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I've said this before and I'll say it again. My first photo that I took was a tree full of the skulls. Walt Disney exactly bombed. Yes! Go get. They were just a manufacturer of little babies that they would take and manipulate. Every single one of those kids are screwed up. Miley Cyrus, you had Demi Lovato, all of them, Justin Bieber, all of those kids that went through that factory of Disney are cuckoo. They're all weird. They lost it. So obvious. You know what else I want to talk about with Disney? You know what I didn't realize? Is that there's no trash trucks. Like if you remember going to Disney when you were younger, you never saw trash trucks emptying the trash. Why? Because the underground tunnels. It's so obvious. And when Florida Governor DeSantis came out and he stripped them, I had no idea they had their own government laws. Tunnels. That's right. I had no idea. Did you have any idea that Disney actually had their own police department, government department, fire department? No one knew. Thank God, Ron DeSantis. So it's okay. It all correlates to missing 411. Okay. So it's the same. David Pilates talked about missing 411. And the reason why we don't know about all the missing people in the rain, in the forest areas is because those are a different governing agency. So when a kid goes missing in Yosemite, no, baby, you can't go inside. When a kid goes missing in Yosemite or a hiker, remember, we didn't hear about it because they had their own self-contained. That's right. They had their own. Remember, the ranger didn't have to report to the police department. So you didn't know. I didn't know. Oh, 10 people went missing here last week. Nobody knows because they don't have to report it to anyone. So the stupid Disneyland has the same governing laws where they don't have to report. So how many kids went missing at Disneyland? Or how many kids went into some back room and didn't come out for hours? You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way to know because they had their own, they were their own gods. It's their own kingdoms. Walt Disney was a kingdom. Yeah. The light is bright. And if you can't see right now today what's happening, then shame on you. And any fucking buddy. Yeah. And anybody in the world who would take their family to Disneyland should really look in the mirror hard. Okay? Really look in the mirror hard. Because if you take your kids to Disneyland and you give them, you know how much it costs to go to Disneyland? It's like $1,200 or something bullshit number. It's like ridiculous numbers. So anybody who goes to Disneyland today after knowing what we know, you're stupid. Sorry, you're stupid. We all knew for the last 4 years about David Pilates and Mystic 411, didn't we? Preach, sister. I'm preaching in the pool. Yeah, it's not worth it either. Yeah, now we know. It's like as a kid, it was all like fairyland and fantasy, right? But now we all know what's behind the curtain. It's a disgusting sleazeball. You know what I mean? Did you guys see the thing about Walt Disney actually was in love with that little boy? He was some little boy star, and then the guy killed himself. I mean, of course, you know what I mean? Like, if you knew that, why would you take your kid there? I mean, have you seen the toys they're putting out? It's a Barbie supposed to have a wand, and it's the shape of a dildo. Been there twice in my life. Probably when you were younger, right? It's expensive as heck, as I know. Like, it's like, who would take their money and give it to Disneyland when you know they're filtering billions of dollars for their own sick, freaking twisted stuff? I'm sorry. Like, it's all twisted. Nothing but alphabet. Soup groomers. Yeah. Anyways, speaking of that, I wanted to tell you what happened. So I went to Placerita Park 2 weeks ago. I was trying to exercise my broken foot, which was a mistake because I hurt it again. And I was hot. I was walking Willie, and okay, so I'm at the Placerita Park out here, and there was a lot of people because everyone wants to get out, right? And so I'm at Placerita Park, and I'm walking around, and that's where the Oak of the Golden Dream is down here, where they discovered gold, blah blah blah. And so I'm walking around, and then I have Willie, and I'm like, it's a park, it's a park, stream runs through, but it's California, so there's no water. And, they have the little birds on display that were injured, and so they take them in, and then you get to see them. And I had to go to the bathroom. And I got to go to the bathroom. So, the bathrooms are outside, because it's a park. And so I go in the bathroom, and I have Willie, and I'm taking, because Willie goes, take Willie. I go in the bathroom, and I'm like, son of a bitch, you stupid fucking son of a bitch. This stupid fucking God, there's a urinal right there. There's a man's urinal, son of a bitch. God damn. And I went into the bathroom, and I was trying to pee. Willie, I'm in the stall, and I'm like, hold on, Willie, I gotta pee and get out of this damn, for God's sake, in place. And there's a guy next to me, and he was standing in the stall, and I'm like, oh, what a sicko. He's standing in the stall. What is he doing? And I'm like, this piece of shit fucking park. And I get Willie, and I'm like, let's get out of here. And I run out of the bathroom. And I realized I was in the men's bathroom. I accidentally went into the guys' bathroom. I was all pissed off because there was a urinal and it was my fault. I went into the men's bathroom. I was like laughing so fucking. I was like, idiot. I'm like, oh my God. I was laughing all the way to the car. I was literally, pretty soon it'll all be the norm. Oh my God. Noah. No. So we went to this place for my grandfather's thing yesterday. Yes, I know, it won't be an accident. That's disgusting. I mean, that brings all the fun out of it. Remember in the days when you go to the bar, you'd be partying, and you have to wait in line, and you drink a beer, and you're like, I gotta go pee. Son of a bitch. These damn girls, what are they doing in there? Washing their hands, doing their hair. Come on. And then you'd be like at the bar, screw it, I'm going in the men's bathroom. There's nobody there. And you'd sneak in there, and you'd pee, and you'd be like, oh, wow, I'm so cool. I went into the guys' bathroom. I'm so cool. Now it's normal. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Anyways, so yesterday we went to it's Lucky's Brewery or something, where we had the celebration of life. And that one was no joke. They had the sign for the bathroom that said all gender. And I'm like, really? Oh, really? How many little kids are going to get touched in the bathroom and you're going to keep allowing this? It doesn't make any fucking sense. And this shit has to stop. Okay? It's out of hand. It's out of hand. Did you see the little check marks when you sign up for Twitter? Somebody posted. It's like you sign, it'll say, are you male? Are you female? Are you gender, transgender, undisclosed, transforming? I don't know. It's all these things. It's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Is it true they said we're not allowed to grow food? It's against the law now? Because I started my garden back here. I've been working on my garden. This pool is so damn hot. I'm bombing the house so I can't go inside. And Willie's losing his mind. Say you're a transformer. That's funny. So if they ever have a spot that says name your own name, we need to start making up our names. Okay, if they, from now on, if there's something you have to sign up for and there's like a check mark of other, if there's an other check mark, I'm going to start saying Bigfoot. I mean, let's just take it. Let's just take it all the way there, okay? I'm just going to write descendant of Bigfoot. And I want my country back. Descendant of Bigfoot. And I want my forest back. So anyways, California is in big fucking trouble because we're already on fire. Okay? There's a drought, supposedly. We're not allowed to water our grass, okay? And he said we're only allowed to take a 4-minute shower. Is he kidding me, Newsom? So it's true. Bigfoot exists. I feel an moon rising. I feel trouble on the way. Babies are starving. I know. So you can go ahead and give the illegals baby food and cell phones and money and a... But the American people that pay the tax dollars get nothing. I heard y'all have more water than you could ever use. The governor is diverting it from y'all. Well, here's the first thing I'll say about the water. Any rocket scientist, any non-rocket scientist, anybody who has a brain can figure out how to solve the water problem with California. You ready? It's very simple. It's very simple. When it rains, where does the water go? It goes down a wash. We call it a wash. So it goes down a wash. They make them into cement washes. And it goes, so when it rains, all the water goes and funnels into the sewers. And it goes into this big, big wash. And the wash goes all the way to the ocean. Okay? The water doesn't get captured and go and diverted into a dam. No. They let it go into a wash and go right back out to the ocean. That's a good idea. I'm going to say I'm a Ukraine baby. Formula and dineros. No, rubles. No, what's the dollars in Russia? Yeah. That's pretty tight. Y'all need, yeah, it's like it's so bad. It's like, this has been going on forever. Like, I mean, the water goes into a wash and runs off into the ocean. Why? So why? Al Gore's climate warning didn't fear people. That is such BS. The whole, we go through changes all the time. Maybe if they stopped the water and the water formed in a dam like it's supposed to, then maybe that water will stay in the atmosphere and then the atmosphere will recycle it and rain it again. I don't know. All I know is that they just let the water go anywhere and they take their money and they just, I don't even want to get into it. They just take their money, they funnel it into, oh, here's a project. Okay, we're going to start this project, the bullet train. Okay, we had this billion dollar bullet train. They wanted to do a bullet train. This has been going on for 15 years. Billions and billions of dollars goes towards this bullet train, okay, that Californians are weird. We don't really take the train or the tram, you know, it's like, and we drive far. We have to drive an hour everywhere. So the trains don't really work out here. And they decide to make a bullet train. The bullet train's never going to get up and running, okay? But it's a way for them to say, okay, give this corporation money because they're going to do the paperwork, and give this money to this guy because he's the contractor for the rails, and give money, and they're all part of those companies. So all the money gets funneled into these companies. It goes funnels right back to them, and it never. I was arguing with somebody like a year ago about what was it called, what's it called when the government takes the money and their infrastructure. Okay. Infrastructure. Somebody was going, well, I agree with the infrastructure. We should get our streets fixed. And I'm like, are you that stupid? Don't fix our streets. They never have. You're giving them billions of dollars and the money goes to their pockets. Poor gardeners can't buy any more gas lawnmowers in a year. Beverly Hills was like bitching about that. They didn't like the noise. Martha Stewart went to prison for less. I know, for less. She just got busted. Everyone was doing it. I mean, did it. Remember, like a few months ago, and made $10 million in one day. So I hope Marcus is right about, taking the wealth and somehow giving it back to us, But it isn't Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a pyramid scheme. Don't fool yourself. What is Bitcoin attached to? Nothing. 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 And I'm telling you, I told a friend the other night, I'm like, look, they're all above the law. I told my friend the other night, I go, look, it just reminds me, this Bitcoin, I keep getting flashes of like 1929, when we had when everyone was jumping out the windows when they lost their money in the 1929 crash. You know what I mean? Like, that was bad. But the difference with that crash is our great-grandparents, they knew how to survive on the street. And, they didn't have to push carts. I mean, they were starving, but not necessarily, Max. You could mess up. Like, for right now, what is it worth? 30 grand? That was 70? It's a gimmick. I know. It's just, it doesn't make sense to me. And then I thought to myself, oh, well, if it dropped to 30 grand, wonder if I bought like a few hundred, it's like not worth the chance. A lot of people are making money, but just remember, you guys, that's what happened when they had the pyramid scheme. All of us have done where there's always somebody who gets on the stage and goes, oh, just do the pyramid scheme. I was where you were, and I'm now at the top, and I'm getting $50,000. And you're like, oh my God. And every time you get into the pyramid scheme, you get right close to the top, top, and then it gets busted. Every time. That's right. Invest 100 grand to make 1,000. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. It's like, I feel like everything's going to collapse at once. You know what I mean? Like, we all know it. And that's what I was saying earlier. I went to the funeral, and there are some cousins I haven't seen for over 2.5 years, right? Maybe 3. And to me, they all look different. Not just that they gained weight and I gained weight, but they looked physically different. And I feel like the vibration of the world is physically draining us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and especially us that are awake. Every time we read something on Telegram or wherever it is you're reading it, as soon as you read it, the moment you read it, you're immediately stressed out. Yeah, we have to fall within. I mean, that swamp was so thick. I mean, so thick. And so, like I watched 2,000 Mules, right? And I didn't pay. And I watched 2,000 Mules, and I thought, yeah, that's exciting. They filmed it. They have it on photograph, and they tracked their phones. But what of it? Nothing. Nothing. Kemp is just going along. And we're all sitting here going, okay, that's great. You can show us, but nothing ever happens because it's they've all have their pockets lined, and they're just not, it was a good documentary, but it's like, it's depressing too. No one will do anything about it. That's the problem. It's like, we all know. I mean, haven't any of you guys ever gone into a room? How many people, can you ask that voted for Biden? It's on a smaller scale, but just multiplied. It's like everybody knows. If you've driven anywhere, all you see is American flags. If there's one American flag, we know what it represents right now today. And we know that one American flag is representing 10 on that block. We all know, we all seen it. There's the same report, all kinds of BS, but no one will do anything. Yeah. And it's depressing. And you know what? No one voted for him. It's a joke. And every one of us are doing the same thing. We're waiting for November, and we all know they're probably going to cheat again. And if they do, we're fucked. We're fucked. Newsom is telling me I can't take a 4-minute shower. Okay? What do you think they're going to do when they keep gaining control? And anybody who doesn't have a brain about Ukraine, my grandma. That was another one. Wisconsin was the hero. I mean, and look at what that fucking DA from Arizona did to us. DA from Arizona. Oh yeah, they're just talking. He did nothing. And I just want to say that we can all never forget who they are. We can never forget who they are. Never. Because we all seen it in World War II. When they went on trial, the GERM, I can't say those words. Okay? What happened? Oh, I didn't mean it. Liar. I want to say something. I think I kind of believe Amber Heard. I think I believe Amber Heard a little bit. Okay? It takes two to tangle. Oh no, I don't watch regular TV. I don't want to give them money. That's a good idea, Max. Because we all know what he's doing. He's doing what a regular president should have done. And that is clean up all this shit. I mean, the only thing I will say that, to say that if, in fact, maybe possibly the military is in control, is that they're not going in there with weapons. And by giving money is the only thing they can possibly do. Johnny and Amber have rich people problems. You guys, honestly, I mean, seriously, it's a train wreck, okay? Johnny and Amber are a train wreck. No matter what happens, he's a train wreck, okay? And disgusting. The amount of money, I mean, we've all done drugs. I mean, imagine the amount of money he has to have piles of that kind of, coke and just have no regard, just like your bodyguard carry you back to the room as you throw up, and then a doctor's right there to inject you with vitamins and then get you back on the set. I mean, it's disgusting. And like water seeks its own level. $160,000 on wine. That's nuts. So the other thing, Cajun, is that one of the good things that could be the reason why they're showing this is they're trying to do exactly what it's doing, and that is trying to show the quit on pedestals. They're making ridiculous amounts of money and they're just squandering it away. Oh yeah. I mean, but no matter what you say, whether anybody thinks she's lying or he's not, and he's lying or what have you, the bottom line is they both are a train wreck. And that's the moral of the story. The moral of the story is to show that and they're trying to just knock down the Hollywood facade. You know what I mean? Like, quit it. You think he's so fantastic behind the doors? It's just showing, they're not human. They whooped each other. Max. They're whooping each other. I mean, look, what I'm saying is Johnny and Amber wouldn't have gotten together if they didn't have something in common. And partying was definitely something. So he's coming out and blatantly saying, yeah, I did drugs, I did coke, I did all this opium. He still talks about it. I did mushrooms, opium, every single thing you can imagine. It's not okay. You're supposed. I know she crapped in his bed. Now there's another sicko, okay? They have no ideas, real problems. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not even reality, okay? Oh, she's arguing because his $7 million, he paid it to a charity and not to her. I mean, come on. The guy has 14 houses. He bought a whole entire swag. That's right off of Sunset. Mega money. Mega money. Okay? 14 houses. It's like, back to the. So, one of the things that Amber said is that whatever the fight was, whether he touched her or not, they would tear the place up, destroy everything, both of them, I'm sure, and then he would leave. And so she was saying he never had to pick. You get it? Like, he never had to pick up his mess. Like, right now I'm in the pool, I'm bombing the house because I feel there's bugs. So what happens when I get out of the pool? I have to go in my house and I'm going to have to be up for 3 hours cleaning, vacuuming, changing the sheets. I have to clean up my own mess. I made it. I got to clean it up. Take it off. Yeah. I have to clean up my own mess, okay? And that's the moral of the story with Johnny and Amber, is that it's like you have no consequences. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's no consequences, okay? If any of you were younger and did drugs, there was consequences. One, you might spend too much money and part of your rent money, right? There were consequences. Then you'd be like, shit, I shouldn't have bought that much, partied or drank or whatever. We had consequences. Or if we drank and did too much drugs, we had a hangover and we couldn't go to work, right? We had consequences. What I see is there was no consequences. I mean, to be that utterly spoiled it's really unattractive. Okay, it's disgusting. Okay, it's really disgusting. Disgusting. But the moral of the story is they're trying to show us, because we've already been doing it, right? We're making our voices heard by. You hear all those cars? We're making our voices heard by saying, okay, you want to play us on Netflix crap, then we're not going to watch it. What can we do to fight them back? Not give them our money. I mean, it doesn't make any sense because the government takes our money, but it's like it's a facade. Yeah, but it's like the only thing we can do to fight back is like the Netflix. So then the other thing exciting that happened was Meghan Markle. Netflix canceled their $100 million deal. Like, that's another one. How much millions of dollars do you need, you spoiled rotten brat? You spoiled rotten brat. How much money do you need? Oh, daddy had to give him $5 million. Like, every time you turn around, it's like astronomical amounts of money. Yeah, legally stream it. So, the truth is that the world is upside down. I know. The world is upside down. And so we can only hope that it's going upside down in every aspect so we can fix it. Because it would sure be nice to go back to basics, Like, it would just be nice to go back to basics. I wish that we could all get a piece of land, work it, not work it, live there. You know what I mean? I wish we can go back to basics. But I don't know, man. It's getting pretty dire and it's getting pretty scary, and
28 people. My realtor friend told me she helped 28 people last year. I don't know if moving or what have you, but 28 people, and only 3 of them stayed in California. Okay, they're all leaving. And everyone's going to Texas, Florida, Idaho, Arizona, you know what I mean? So, we see any monsters? Ooh. I heard the countries were supposed to be meeting, to sign the documents to push forward. Oh, that would be badass. That would be badass. I mean, it's really sad. Like, you go on YouTube. Remember a year and a half ago, we can go on YouTube and there would be everybody talking and we can get our fix. Now they just want to dumb us down. They're promoting they're trying to dumb us down. So the guys that do the Jackass, they get 100 million views, and they just want the people to not think. It is kind of exciting that Elon Musk is outing Twitter. 200 countries that need to sign. Ooh, there's a lot of countries that would probably go for that. We only hear the big names. Think about this, Cajun. So think about this. When you think about everything that's happening today, we hear the same players over and over, don't we? We hear France, we hear UK, we hear Ukraine, right? But what about all the other countries, like you said, that you don't hear about? Do you ever hear about Spain? No. Do you ever hear about Italy? No. How many countries are in Africa? You see, Africa is a continent. I mean, there are a lot of countries. I mean, we hear of the same 5 names. Iran, and we hear about the Middle East. We hear about France. But you don't hear about... Do you hear about Switzerland? No. Do you hear about Spain? You never hear anything about Spain. Spain's always neutral. In fact, during World War II, Spain was neutral. Except when they harbored, Hitler's submarines. We hear about Canada. But there's other countries. There's other countries, like you said, 200 countries. It's not that hard. Yeah, see? India, Spain, Zimbabwe, South Africa. Yeah. There's a lot of little names that we don't even think about. So, I mean, you hear about China, but you don't hear about Japan, do you? You don't hear about Japan, Hong Kong, right? So there's a lot of little countries. So to get 200 people that aren't the big players who are sucking everybody dry, I would think those people would jump on board with the Nasara all day long. What, G? I know, boo. Anyways, so I just wanted to touch bases with you guys because I went into a boys' bathroom and and I had a lot of issues, and that's why you haven't heard from me, because I've been losing my mind. I've been up till like 5 in the morning trying to fix this book and all kinds of things. So it's been a headache. I know, I see you, but the good news is it's happening. The good news is next week I will be doing my presentation at the 1853. Oh, Poland is tied to Ukraine as far as... Yeah. I don't want to say those words out loud. But next week I'll be doing a live presentation, and the week after that I will have a booth at the Paracon, the Paranormal Convention. I have no idea what it's about. I have no idea what it's like. No idea. All I know is there's special guests that will be speaking, and they don't know who I am yet. And then, Big Brother issues. But like, let me go back for a minute. Like, so, I was watching like the Beverly Hills Housewives. It was a season premiere the other day, and like one of the Beverly Hills Housewives star, Dorit, she was broken into. It's like, even Beverly Hills is not safe, and they need to wake up. So today, when I went to the funeral, I was talking to one of my cousins, and he's a policeman, and he said everybody who has ability to retire is getting the hell out. So who's going to run? Who's going to run? Who's going to be the police? You know what I mean? It's just getting ugly. Let me see. I don't watch any garbage. I know, I was bored because I'm trying to turn my mind off because I have so many issues. And, you know, this broken foot. I mean, it's hard to even clean the house. It's crazy. Cooking. Criminals are everywhere. Exactly. Inside and out. You know what I mean? The swamp and everywhere. Okay, I gotta get out of the pool because I've been in the pool for 2 hours. So I'm really sorry I haven't talked in a while, but I want to start chatting because I need to, but I had issues and I couldn't. And all the cops are leaving Cali. Yep. Yeah, that would be good if all of them got out. You know? Okay, I'm going to sign off and I want to talk very soon. I got some great pictures today at the cemetery. Jeffrey! I'm turning into a olive now. I'm swiveled all up. I'm shriveled all up. I had to bomb the house. Okay, Max, thanks for hanging out with us. Cajun, I'll talk to you very soon. Thank you, everybody else. I know Marcus is gone by now, but thank you, everyone, for hanging out. It was fun. Prune. Yeah, I'm turning into prune. I'm pruning. But now I got to go in the house. I just fumigated it. So now I got a big mess. Love you, Cajun. I miss you. And I will talk to you guys all very soon. No more. It's not going to be lapsing anymore. Very soon. By the way, I got busted when I was at the Cumulos and I went live. So that's why I didn't do it again. Anyways, yes, pray for us. Pray for humanity. Pray for Bigfoot. And pray I get out of the pool and don't fall. Okay, I'll talk to you guys all soon. Chow mein. Noodles.